Hey guys, it's DK. Did you miss me? I'm gonna wrap up this one more mission left, which was actually released recently last month, I believe, of the additional story series here. I'm on the 6th map created by Kayak, trans by this fellow here. As the foremost hunter server, you have the honor of tracking down a powerful psionic signal as well as to assimilate the swarm's enemies. Finding the way. Map looks very familiar. Let's get this started here, folks. Good to be back. Nargil, you are the best at tracking down enemies, and you are given the honor of finding the source of a psionic signal. I am confident that you will not fail me. But be cautious. Along the way, you are bound to run into enemies that will try to resist you, assimilate them to the swarm. And you will have help in your undertaking. Arak, I am summoning you. Come forth. Yes, Dad. Master? I'm Nazaz, Master. Give Nargil that which is necessary for victory. The rest is up to him. As you will. Now, go forth and bring victory to the swarm. So find the source of the psionic signal, which is obviously the psi emitter. Infest all the command centers. There's actually a lot of command centers than I originally thought, because I actually just played this mission, or this map rather, spawned over there for it. And this one is actually tough, or maybe it's just me because I haven't played StarCraft in a while because I was, studying my ass off, but yeah. So we start with this abysmal amount of task force here, or a group of swarm units, whatever you want to call it. Use my minions as you will, Nargil, but do not forget the commands of our master. He believes in your aptitude. But anyway, let's save this so I can skip this introductory level, whatever scene. And the very first thing we encounter is Red Terran, which indicates who are these Red Terrans? Aren't we supposed to fight against Orange? Well, you got that right, but these are actually the Sons of Korhal guys that we played as in the original. And here's where our first problem starts here. Gotta get rid of all the sea stinks. Make sure our Zerglings are alive, no man left behind, and this is the way to play this, guys, because the units that we start off actually do not really help us in any sense of form, because the Red Terran AI will keep reinforcing their reinforcements, and they'll eventually whittle down on your units. So the best way to minimize casualty here is to build a hatchery and then start off with making sunken colonies, because literally that's how you can proceed with taking red space, and we are supposed to take red space, so there's that. And make sure you micro a bit so you don't lose any of your hydras, because they also deploy unfortunately raids here. I think I lost a hydrant though. Yeah, I lost one. I started off with 8 deaths, right? But anyway, and then the matriarch's energy cost, for whatever you want to call her, develop and expand as fast as you are able. The Overmind is expecting results in short order. That basically means the AI will keep mining uncontested, so you want to actually take this space as soon as you're able to. And we should probably save here. You gotta save a lot. This map is actually, I thought it would be easy, but I was devastatingly mistaken here. So yeah, as you can see, our resources or resource nodes are depleting quickly because of those brainless AI. So I want to make sure I destroy that as fast as possible by deploying my sunken colonies here. But of course, I'm gonna need a spawning pool in the process. So there you have it right now. But Make sure I save up some energy for spawn ruling. It costs only 125, but that's what it is. Let's do that now. I can also do what's called an AI exploit by using a drone to attack a building, and then all of the SCVs will suddenly start going crazy. But that's another story. You can also use that tactic. That's an AI behavior thing. But anyway, now we want to keep making something callers here as we're able. And do that. Yeah, you see how like this SCV is attacking my something calling? Because I think I just had my drone attack a building here, and that kind of triggered the AI a bit. And sometimes the AIs will actually use the bunker, so make sure you have the AIs like not use the bunker, because they're actually strong. But anyway, I think I so far lost like one Hydra. Which should be good enough here. I'm gonna need to use I need to use my Zerglings in a bit, but let's see, let's actually destroy the race here. I think there should be one more siege tank there. It's fine. Bring the guy here. Let's make some overlords. Okay. That command center is infested. Assimilate the remaining turns as well. They have to serve the Great Swarm. That basically means I got to destroy the command centers, I believe. So that's what I'll do, but let's do that there. Destroy that. There's a spawning Marines. I actually wish you could like infest a barracks and just produce like infested Marines. If that could be a thing, you know. But alas, that's not the case. Now you want to build a hatchery here, because to get the efficient mining going on. And of course, as a Zerg player, you're always gonna need a macro hatch anyway. So this hatchery location doesn't matter. It's just to spread creep. Now the main concern after doing this here, now that you got some seizable army, what you really should do is, there's actually a base here, Country by Red. You should probably know if you played Rebel, yo. You want to immediately take that base as well. The reason is because the resources in this map were pretty much limited, so we want to get efficient mining and play as efficiently as possible. But unfortunately, I'm gonna need 50 energy on my matriarch, because there's a siege tank, if I remember correctly, that's like camping over here defending. So I want to get that stuff sorted out, and of course I can do that with small brilliant. Thank goodness it doesn't cost the default energy. Parasite costs 75, Brewlings 150, and there's like 5. But the map maker was nice enough to change this, slightly alter it, you know, kind of buffed the matriarch, but it makes sense because we can't build a queen anyway, so it's not like we can like mass, you know, queens and do some kind of funky play. But even that's literally a gimmick. So, but still, I don't know, like, if this was the old DK, you know, of course, obviously I'll leave the energy cost alone. But I'm more reformed now in terms of map making. I probably would have set this a little bit lower, just so that the player can kind of utilize the matriarch more. And of course, when you're busting Red's base initially, you want to kind of have matriarch play some kind of role, you know, instead of just like spamming 2 spawn ruins and she's like useless for the next like what, 3 minutes. But yeah, that's just design flaws or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I got enough energy. I'm rambling too much. It's time to attack. Yeah, and as you can see, red's also getting a beating here because orange is also destroying red, and rightfully so, cause like really hard. Anyway, my resource income is 0, which is sad. I have to mine off with. Literally gotta mine with. Yeah, this is a problem here. So what we want to do is this should be okay, but that was just sad. But it is what it is. I was just unlucky there. I didn't expect orange to attack me so soon. It's more of a RNG kind of thing with StarCraft 1. Like the AI will like attack red or me or whatever. But now red is severely crippled and he should not be able to build anything. So I want to expand there as soon as I'm able to. Occasionally red will build like units from like some barracks and starports and factories hidden somewhere on the map here. But orange will get to that eventually. So all I gotta do is make sure I don't lose my Ultralisk again and defend my base well. There might be a chance that red might rebuild here if he has an SCV surviving, but I doubt it. So gonna slowly saturate, obtain our resources here, get this base ASAP, and then deal with orange. Orange is a big problem. And unfortunately, because when I first played this like 30 or 40 minutes ago, orange spams a lot of Marines, and unfortunately this is set in the original where we don't have access to lurkers, so that's a bust. And of course Marines pretty much like shred Mutalisks. Oh, look at that. You saw that? Okay, that means red is rebuilding, so I should probably check. So yeah, so I can't really use my Mutalisks that efficiently. I'm limited with resources here, while orange can build indefinitely. So I really need to just brute force my way into orange's base by, of course, building a lot of Hydras and Zerglings, the classic Zerg combination when you're playing a campaign. Alright, last one. Zergling. And unfortunately, orange also has a lot of Goliaths in their in its mate leagues. And Goliaths actually shred Zerglings apart. So might have to use some infested Terrans. I forgot to infest this command center again, but I'm pretty sure Kayak is a well-rounded map maker. So I'm pretty sure I don't need to actually infest the remaining command centers. So, well, we'll find out once I find all the command centers. There is total of 4, I believe. One here, another here, and then over here. One in the main base and another there. So we'll find out once I bust the orange for good. But anyway, no, actually I wanna play a macro game, so I wanna actually deploy my units down there. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll see. It's a rough game, man. It's a rough game. I don't know where orange might be attacking soon. But at least orange is taking care of red for me, but I still gotta deal with orange, you know, so. And orange also uses cloaked raids, so this is the reason why I'm sending my overlord down here. In case I get bamboozled. Not gonna use this hatchery yet, it's just a macro hatchery. And fun fact for you StarCraft fans, Zerg HP regeneration is slower than Protos's shield regeneration, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, here we are right now. You might be wondering, oh DK, how come you're uploading all of a sudden? You're like gone for like more than 2 weeks or something, and now you're back? What's going on, DK? Well, I was studying my ass off the past 2 or 3 weeks, kind of. I really shouldn't be playing this, but I want to just kind of let off steam, you know. And I kind of missed you guys, you know, looking in the comments. So, and then of course, I'm trying to, you know, dish out more videos for you guys, essentially. So that's where we are. And then I noticed on StarEdit, there's been a few more prominent map makers, not prominent, newcomers actually, and they actually created some pretty cool maps, you know. So that's another thing to showcase, you know. So I want to really get to that too. So that's where I'm at. Well, eventually, my exam is on the 20th. So hopefully I can get my shit together and you know, try to pass. But the exam that I'm taking, which is for to be qualified as a certified public accountant, CPA acronym, it's really hard because there are 4 exams that I have to take and pass, all within the span of 18 months. Otherwise, the first exam that I pass will expire, but I'm not worried about that. The first exam that I'm taking is the hardest one, and it's pretty iffy. Like, the study material that I'm using is from 2018, because that's when I first purchased the book and the course material, exams and whatever. Yeah, that was already 3 years ago. And then it cost like over two grand, but that's another story. But I had to kind of motivate myself to, you know, study and take the exam, but never really got the chance to do that because when you start working, you know, you pretty much decide not to, you know. But it's a little bit different this time because my boss really insisted that I take the exam. So that's where I'm sitting right now. And of course I'll get more salary, pay raise, and whatever you'll call it. And as expected, Orange is doing a lot of work for me by clearing Red out. Red is pretty much irrelevant right now, so the only thing I really should do is upgrade to Tech to Lair and start getting level 2 upgrades on my Hydras. Probably set up defenses here just in case I get like screwed. Probably get Burrow too maybe, even though I'm limited with resources, but it's whatever. I also need overload speed just because of the pesky rates. Man, if I had lurkers, man, that would have been my life right there. Let's get 2 sunks. Yeah, Orange's attack wave is pretty aggressive too, so be careful. But now that they're gone, I don't know, actually need my ultras for defense. Actually, I want to use the Matriarch for Ensnare and Spawn Blooms. I pretty much should use her for Spawn Blooms. I mean Ensnare actually. Because there's gonna be more Marines, unless I like bust Orange all at once. But that requires me to macro more efficiently here, or intensively. And the reason why I'm not building that many drones is because, again, I'm limited with my resource nodes, and it's what it is. Okay, looks like I'm going to need to build a spore calling someone here. And get level 2. Once I get level 2 armor and characters, because I'm only limited to lair tech, I will attack orange. While orange is kind of low on resources. And I'll add in some Zerglings, but to be honest, I actually shouldn't have gotten this metabolic boost upgrade. It's kind of useless. Because I need resources for my Hydras. Hydras are not too bad against Marines. But there are better options, you know, when you're playing competitively or in a ladder against a real person. But this is a campaign, so. And Hydras are pretty good against Goliaths. So. But anyway, that's the life that I'm having right now. And one thing I'm kind of, you really should have disabled this adrenal glands thing. I was really excited to take straight to the, you know, Zergling hive, but then you can't build hives. No Queen's Nest here, only Spire. So just a thought that you can pretty much do simply. Because yeah, actually he disabled the level 3 upgrades properly, but he forgot to disable this. And that kind of confuses the player, like thinking, we can actually get hive limits, huh? But nope, that's not it. And one other thing I want to mention about this map, or at least the beginning sequence, kind of remind me of the 3rd mission of the Brood War campaign, where you get to control Phoenix. I actually really like that mission because you could control Phoenix, you know, and that was the last time you would ever get to control Phoenix before he got spawned early. But yeah, the life of a Phoenix until his wannabe cyborg guy appeared in StarCraft 2. But let's not delve ourselves into that plot there. Is red cleared out? Oh, we can clear that out. The miss chance is like 50% in Brood War, in StarCraft in general. 3 base armor, not too shabby. Can you imagine if Hydras cost like 2 supplies, just like in StarCraft 2? I mean, granted they're much stronger in StarCraft, excuse me, 2, but still, like, it kind of loses the meaning of swarming units as a Zergter, you know. Not that StarCraft 2 is a bad game, you know. I don't always bash it, you know, but it could have been so much better, to be honest. Just my humble opinion. Okay, red's done, got grayed out. It's time to save and see what happens. And even though DK said I'm gonna wait until level 2 armor upgrade, I think I have enough Hydras to bust this. DK being sloppy again by not hacking or whatever. Just wait for the siege tanks here. So you've done your job. Do I have enough Hydras is the question. Yeah, we got how many Marines they have. And oh yeah, that too. Like the SCV actually holds a piece of the side here, which is kind of weird. But that's an oversight on Kite. So a simple trigger can fix that, to be honest. tank. Okay, we found the beacon. Well done, Nargil. Yeah, found the source of the signal, but we are yet to infest the remaining terrains. Yeah, but the sign meter is gone, man. The life of a map maker right there, guys. Alright, good thing my Hydra count was high enough. If I didn't back out just now, I would have probably lost all my Hydras, and I had to like get a hold of, you know, get a hold of the macroing up and whatnot. Yeah, there's the SUV there. Now it's in the right place. Yeah, very good. Just in time for all my resources.
Our forces are under attack. Complete.
So again, in hindsight, this map doesn't seem hard, but it actually is. So I really suggest just massing Hydras and get ready to roll. Orange is actually really strong, so that's my humble opinion, guys. And there's a command center here, which I never would have thought in the first place. Make sure she doesn't die, and just chill there. And nothing else over here. Red used to exist there, but orange eventually destroys red. I knew you would not fail me, Nargil. Now we know where we need to head. What happened? Gather all your forces. You are to follow the lead given by the sign signal. As you will. As for you, Nargil, your success will be rewarded with a new sojourn. Go to the planet called Brontes 4. A new world awaits you. Is that a reference to Insurrection? Or was it Resurrection? I always forget those two. I get those two mixed up. Resurrection was like purely macro, while Insurrection had the goofy voice acting, if I remember correctly. But anyway, yeah, so like there's 3 things the map maker needs to fix. Number 1 is disabling the adrenal glands upgrade in the spawning pool, because we don't have hive tech. Number 2 is properly making sure the psi emitter sits in place. You can easily do that by doing the remove trigger and whatever, and you know, and the move trigger. And then the third one is I guess this is more of a translation or something, I guess, but you don't really need to infest the command center. You just need to destroy them, you know, so to proceed. So that's, you know, that kind of trips up the player, right? So right there, that's the only 3 things that I think that can be kind of fixed, quote unquote fixed, for this map. But otherwise, it's a solid map. It's the difficulty is there, so I had to really open my eyes when I first played this. I mean, albeit I was kind of sleepy, but it was a good run. The next upload will be probably after my exam, which is probably August 21st. I'm taking the exam on the 20th. And I'll try to upload the day after that. We'll see. And I will get into Drake Clawfang's Enslavers finally. So stay tuned for that, guys. Anyway, thanks for always. Stay safe, guys. DK signing off.